Hello everyone, hope you're having a fantastic day. Today we're going to start off with the healer world quests. And I'm going to hopefully not make a fool of myself. Stupid horse, get off the table. Anyway. I'm hopefully not make a fool of myself playing Scholar. I've played White Mage and Scholar, and I like Scholar a bit more. But, I'm like, my brain just doesn't mesh with healer whatsoever. So I usually just end up playing Scholar. Actually, I usually just end up playing Summoner. And then I just get Scholar for free. Anyway, let's not dilly-dally any longer. We start off the role quests over at Niupi. Is that right? Niipin. Sure, we'll go with that. In the Sting of Times. Now I believe... Well, I mean, I can see in the background where we're going to Lenosha. I believe in the Endwalker ones, we actually went to Girabanya, and we had an interesting time with Fordola, where she actually, like, nearly turned into a blasphemy. So that was interesting. Naipin's gaze is transfixed upon the crowds, until he spies you. What business do you have with me? I'm gonna help you, bro. Ah, my apologies. You were Brook Evu's guest, were you not? I am Naipin, and I have journeyed far from the northern valleys of Dawntrail to reach this grand city. Tell me, traveler, what is your name? Brilliant. Rest assured, I shall remember it, you better. A shame that we must meet under these unfortunate circumstances. My village's prized possession was among the treasures stolen by the passage of the Unbound. It is known as the Heart Sting. Yeah, Heart Sting, okay. And the soul of a dread scorpion. One of the Troll is sealed within. The creature once hunted its prey using an array of toxins produced within its body. It was a menace to all. Those granted the Heart Sting's gift may wield this fearsome power as they see fit. We believe the thieves have already taken it across the ocean to Eorzea, and it will doubtless wreak havoc in the wrong hands. Thus, I seek the healer to remedy any harm wrought by the Heart Sting's toxins in that faraway land. I won't mince words. You are precisely the sort of woman I seek, and we must act quickly to avoid the worst. Will you lend us your aid? I mean, you couldn't find a healer? Well, I guess that's understandable. Aiding those in need is what I do best. It's also what I literally can't say no to. Fine, but don't expect any miracles. I mean, I can literally bring people back to life. I'd say that counts as a miracle. You have my gratitude. To the matter at hand, then. While I was making inquiries here in Tuliolol regarding the thieves' whereabouts, some Eorzean merchant told me a rather intriguing tale. Specifically, those returning from Limsa bring fell tidings. Tales of able-bodied men and women suddenly losing their vision. That's scary. An all too familiar account, as the Heart Sting allows mastery over all manner of poisons, including those that inflict temporary blindness. A great deal of training is required to properly utilize the Scorpion's gifts. But the blinding toxin is one of the simplest to wield. It seems to me that the brigands are the masterminds of these strange incidents, harnessing the treasure's power for their own nefarious ends. Loshkana, the village elder's daughter, makes for Limsa in pursuit of the Heart Sting. I intended to set sail with her, but my foot was badly injured by a strange mechanical doll during the thieves' ambush. Loshkana insisted I remain here to recover, and she would not take no for an answer. I must ask you to cross the sea in my stead, and provide Loshkana your aid. Considering that our enemy wields deadly poisons, the danger is too great for her to face alone. Based on when she departed, I presume she's arrived at her destination by now. She boarded a merchantman captained by a woman named Baldrib... These Rogadin names, man. Who is primarily based in the Mziliminza. She may be able to help you locate Loshkana. Alright, let's head on back to Limza. Let's not ask any questions while our return point is set to Limza. Well, first let's talk to Naipini. Naipin. Once you have arrived in Limza, seek out a woman named Rogadin name here, at the docks. She will surely point you in the right direction. Alright, let's not ask any questions while our return point is set to Limza. Let's not read into it too much. Alright, looks like the captain of the ship is all the way over here, you know, at the docks. I mean, where else would she be? There's no more... Well, I guess the Fisherman's Guild has some docks over there, so maybe she could be there. But then again, this is where it seems like the, all the other places have... All the other ships have been. Hello, Rogadin name here. I'm Rogadin name here. And if you're planning on to sell your healing services to me and my crew, don't. My ship ain't setting sail for a short while. I wasn't asking about you. Eh? You're looking for a Tirali woman named Loshkana? Aye, she made that crossing with us, trying to retrieve some sort of treasure, as I recall. I told her Hawker's Alley is her best bet for the latest chatter, so you may find her wandering thereabouts. Keep an eye out for a Huron lass in a red tunic carrying a spear on her back. She can't have gone too far. I can never do the pirate accent right, so it ends up just coming out as a southern accent. Anyway, let's head on over to Hawker's Lane. Let's remember to actually use expedience. I know the abilities for Scholar through level 70 or so. But as with many classes, that's when it starts actually having enough buttons to make you think. So, I haven't really learned much past that. Anyway, it looks like this is our target. Hello, madam. The other guy's spear was a lot more impressive. Oh, hello there, stranger. Can I help you? Naipin sent you to help, did he? Seeing as I've hit something of a dead end, your timing couldn't be better. I suppose proper introductions are in order, then. I'm Loshkana of Dawntrail, and you are... Yeah, there are a lot of tribes on that. The little hat, I haven't commented about the outfit. So this is the Dawntrail Scholar set, or what do they call it again? Relic armor? No, I don't remember what they call it. But this is the Scholar. I'm pointing to it, like you can see my hand. This is the Scholar armor, and like I always find it so goofy that they always dress up like this. Like they have these what do they call them again? These Scholar hats, sure, we'll go with that. But this one's just got this little tiny one. And of course a monocle, because you are very scholarly. A pleasure to meet you, Brilliant. With that, we're strangers no longer. Right. I'm not sure how much Naipin has already told... I'm not sure how much Naipin's already told you. But I assume you'll want to hear more about the day of the theft. Sure. Do you have any witnesses? We know what this person even looks like? My father and Naipin had just set a trap using one of the Heartsting's toxins, and were on their way to return the treasure to its resting place. But an evil presence stirred in the wilds that night. Mechanical dolls with great glowing... Okay, it's gonna be this person. Because I remember, there was somebody, with a mammoth, I think that's what they're called. And then she was like, really wanted to like play pranks on everyone or something. I don't remember exactly what it was. Let's see. Mechanical dolls with great glowing eyes leapt from the shadows and gravely wounded them both. My father survived the encounter, thankfully, but he was unable to give chase. And convalesces, okay, I need to look up what this word actually is. It obviously means like resting. Convalescent means to return to health and strength after ills and recuperate.
Convalesce.
Convalesce, okay. And convalesces now in my home village. The culprits' faces eluded him in the darkness. Of course, that's literally what I wanted to know, but they didn't see them. But he heard two voices, a man's and a woman's. He recognized neither, so we're certain they aren't from our village. Whoever those two were, they must have been the ones controlling the dolls before making off with the heart sting. Also, who's the man? I guess, I don't know, I remember the woman with the mammoth in the intro meeting, but I don't know who the man would be. Brook Evu said they're part of the Passage of the Unbound, but I'm afraid that's all I know of the culprits. How useful. Still, that may change if I can ascertain the cause of the recent blinding incidents that have occurred here. Unfortunately, I haven't had much luck asking about. Well, that's because I haven't gotten here to progress the questline, obviously. What questline? The thought of addressing even one person here is, well, overwhelming. Oh, so you haven't done anything yet? When you're from a remote village like mine, the few I've attempted to speak with were too busy to even listen in the first place. You, on the other hand, look ready to take on the world, or the universe, or, you know, any being that's threatening threatening all of existence. Or at least this city. I'm sorry to ask you this so soon after we met, but could you help me gather the latest hearsay at the markets? I mean, that's why I'm here. Many, many thanks. I'll search the quieter districts for clues in the meantime, and hopefully not get myself lost along the way. We'll just open the map if you get lost. What map? Nothing. I still have the muscle memory to go off to the right side of my screen and change the scene after every cutscene. Just from playing on an ultra-wide for so many years. Anyway, let's go ahead and talk to this person right here. I'm not going to try and pronounce that, just wrote a name here. What have you got? The recent chaos in the markets. I'm told the Yellow Jackets have been thoroughly investigating the matter in cooperation with the Adventurers Guild. If you're in a hurry, there's a Yellow Jacket making her rounds by the way of the Fisherman's Guild. She'd be a good one to ask. And now I have to go to the other ones before I can go and talk to her. Let's see. Can I read this person's name? Oh no, it's another Rogadin name. Hello, Rogadin name here, number 3. Blinding incidents? Aye, I know of them. Started with some bad fruit at a stall in Awkward's Alley. A few bites in, folks suddenly go writhing around like beach sea serpents, claiming they can't see a bloody thing. I don't blame them for raising hells with the shopkeep neither. Poor sods couldn't move an ilm till the treatment came and they could see properly. The shopkeepers was rightly furious about the whole ordeal, and took it up with his longtime supplier. Escalated into a real spectacle, it did. Turns out the same problem was occurring in other stalls and with fruit from different suppliers. So it don't make sense to pin the blame on individual sellers if the whole supply chain's tainted. Even now, nobody knows what's causing it. Grim business, I tell you. Yeah, I tell you what. And let's see, the last person is over in the other side of the markets. I've been, over break. This has been my break. I intended to stream the past 2 weekends, but then I never got around to it. Hello, Rose. Why, yes, I know about the blinding incidents. I experienced it firsthand. I was rather peckish, so I purchased some fruit from a local stall and took a few bites on my way home. But before I knew it, my vision went dark. I stood there shaking and crying, terrified of what would happen if the darkness never faded. I thought I was alone, till I heard a woman nearby howling with laughter. That's useful. Fortunately, I didn't suffer for long. A passing adventurer cured my sight with Asuna, and I went about the rest of my day as though nothing had happened. And I went about the rest of my day as though nothing happened. But I haven't been able to look at fruit the same way since. You're gonna get scurvy like that. Your investigations of Hawker's Alley has proven successful, but you sense there is more to be found. Seek out the Yellow Jacket on patrol, who may have further details on the blinding incidents. Will do. So as I was saying, the past 2 weekends, it's not that I didn't get around to it, it's that the first weekend I thought my hard drive was dying and I was doing some checks to make sure it actually wasn't, or to get the process of getting a new one, getting it replaced, because it's only like a year or 2 old. No, it's less than that. And then the other weekend, I just, my hand was really hurting or something. Hello, Sunny Yellow Jacket. 12 be good. You're Brilliant Mason, aren't you? The Brilliant Mason? Oh no. A fangirl. I already have to deal with Graha and Alize enough, and I don't need any more. It's an honor to meet the realm's vaunted hero up close. Normally I like it, but it's a bit much. Is there aught I can assist you with? I hear all sorts on my rounds, so if it's information you're after, you come to the right person. Yeah, can you just tell me about the blinding incidents? Oh yes, the serial blindings. They're causing a terrible ruckus around here. You know, a woman in red came this way a few moments ago to ask about the very same. I take you to her acquaintance. Oh yeah, that would, yeah, we talked a little bit. Aha, I thought so. As I told her, another incident was reported yesterday morning. The victim bought fruit from a local vendor, took a few bites, then temporarily lost all vision, same as the rest. The vendor in question was last seen to the south of the Octant, so I'm headed there next to follow their trail. You're welcome to join me if it'll help your investigation. Yeah, I'm sure it will. Especially if the quest marker tells me to go there. And it seems like it has. I guess the fastest way would be to go around this way. I never walk on this portion of the map because I just teleported to the Fisherman's Guild. I guess I gotta go around. Yeah, like I just said, I never take this part, so I actually don't know the route through here. But, looks like somebody's, having some fun over here. And by fun, I mean, they are ailing. What happened, Lushkana? Brilliant! Is this man going to be alright? Well, as soon as I cast a Suna on him, I think he'll be fine. Can't move. Well, you can talk. That's all Lala's really need, right? He's paralyzed. We've got to do something. But I'm no talent for healing magics, but good thing you got a healer here. And I don't have any spine drops on me either. Spine drops. That thing that they added in ARR that nobody ever actually remembers exists because it's only useful in deep dungeons. Perhaps this Suna might do the trick. Yeah, that's why where the heck is this Suna on here? Oh, it's right here. Why do I have it there? I probably shouldn't have it here. Whatever. Oh, right. As soon as an instant cast now. I forgot. I'm healed? I'm healed! Oh, thank the 12. And you lot, of course. About the 12. Excellent work, Berlian. On behalf of the Yellow Jackets, I owe you my thanks as well. Yeah, no, what about your Gil? Now, I hate to ruin the mood, but I'll need to report this to my superiors. Could you tell me what transpired before we found you, sir? It was awful. Just awful, I tell you. Well, you're gonna tell us? I was walking home after another arduous day at work, minding my own business, when a Lolfelin merchant suddenly called out to me. And you listened to them? You, my good man, look exhausted, he said. Why not soothe your weary spirit and fill your empty belly with one of the realm's sweetest apples? You earned it. Nay, you deserve it. 'Twas a tempting sales pitch, sure. But I wasn't keen to gamble on potentially cursed fruit. Sensing my apprehension, he proudly declared his merchandise safe to eat. And you trusted him? He sounded sincere enough. Even took a bite of the apple himself. That doesn't sound sanitary. No tainted fruit here, he boasted. Just normal, honest-to-God's produce. He sold me the apple at a reasonable discount, and all seemed well. Yeah, well, that nefarious Lilithellent smile is probably not trustworthy. Also, how did you not crack your skull? That is, until I took my first bite. Numbness spread through my body like wildfire. I collapsed on the ground, struggling to speak a single word. The vendor and his fruit had suddenly betrayed me, yet I knew not how. As I fell, a woman's shrill laughter echoed from a few yalms away, and the vendors soon followed. I never saw the woman for myself, what with the whole not being able to move business. But between her laughing fits, she made a mention of a heart sting, or some such. Ah, that's what we're looking for. Oh, you poor dear. And this woman you mentioned, you're positive she spoke the word heart sting? As surely as the wind blows. For mercy, neither she nor her vendor friend tried to steal my belongings. But they've certainly stolen my dignity. I hope those conniving charlatans get what's coming to them. I don't see how this is supposed to be destroying the order of things, you know, like the Passage of the Unbound claim they're doing. This is dangerous fruit we're dealing in. First blindness, now paralysis. But first things first, I should escort this man home. If you've a mind to peruse the perpetrator, if you've a mind to pursue the perpetrator further, then have care out there, alright? And I forgot that I haven't checked the audio yet, so let's hope it's not too bad. Yeah, it sounds okay. Alright, let's go ahead and talk to Loshkana and wrap this one up. There's no doubt about it then. Our thieves are at large, right here in Limbs of the Minza. The blinding toxin is simple enough to master, but it's unsettling how quickly they've learned to inflict paralysis as well. I just don't see what purpose this all serves me neither. Were you able to learn anything about their motives? It sounded like they just want to, you know, make fun of people. So they take pleasure in their victims' pain, but nothing more. At least, nothing more that we know of. I'm clicking, come on. Whatever their true aim may be, we must discover it quickly before more victims suffer at their hands. A hunter must adapt to their environment if they wish to snare their prey. But I have so much to learn about this place. Still, I've tracked them this far, which is a good start. For the time being, I'd like to petition those officers in yellow for any new information they acquire on the Heart Sting's whereabouts. When we come across any promising leads, I hope I can count on your support again. I mean, I guess so. Alright, let's go ahead and talk to Lishkana and start the next one. Causing problems on purpose. Lishkana seeks a word of advice. Say, Brillian, could you spare a moment? I mean, that's why I came and talked to you. Hold on. Okay. try to start out on a positive note then. The good news is that there have been no further incidents involving poisoned fruit. I should be happy about that, but it's not exactly conducive to tracking down our thieves. Despite my best attempts, my investigation is at a standstill. I guess I have to do everything again. Brilliant! Oh, is she gonna be a recurring character in this? I bring news from the Coral Tower. A Lawful-in man matching the description of that fruit vendor was seen leaving the city with a Curan woman. It seems they were making for Aleport. We've increased patrols of late, so if I had to guess, the culprits are finding it harder to operate within the city. Seems that we've forced them to withdraw for the time being. Aleport, you say? That's on this island, isn't it? Yes, it is. Yes, that's right. It's possible to go on foot, but the ferry by the Fisherman's Guild can take you straight there. Yep, that's what I was gonna do. Well, we Yellowjackets must continue to keep an eye on things here. It's reassuring to know an adventurer of Brilliant's caliber is on the case. Well, considering the Loshkana can't do anything on her own, yeah, I'd better be the one on the case. If you plan to pursue the suspects, Aleport's your best bet. That said, I should get back to work. It was an honor to meet you and your friend Brilliant. Safe travels to you both, and give those crooks a good thrashing for me. I'm a healer, I can't do damage. Except I'm supposed to do damage in high-end content, but healers can't. Yeah, no, I was about to criticize healers, but I'm like, I can't heal, so I probably should just shut up. The city's protectors place so much trust in your abilities. I'm lucky to have you on my side. Isn't everyone? When I first set sail for Eorzea, I feared I'd never see the Heartsting again, but we're one step closer to bringing it home. In any event, we'd best find our way to the port town before the pair of troublemakers defiles another fruit supply. I'll go on ahead and take the ferry. Meet me in Aleport once you're ready. Alright, let's head back down the stairs and take the ferry. Oh, so what the heck is going on over there? Let's just not look too closely. This is Limsa after all. Yeah, so I was about to start criticizing healers, and then I'm like, wait a minute. I literally started out this stream by saying that healing just doesn't work in my head. Or it just makes my brain turn to mush. So like, maybe I shouldn't say anything. Alright, here's our ferry. Let's take it over to Aleport. Alright, looks like she's right over here, right? Is she up here? Oh no. There she is. Alright, Loshkana. Heard anything yet? Ah, there you are, Brilliant. You're a welcome sight among such unfamiliar scenery. The ferry skipper was eager to teach me all about the area on the ride here, so I believe I have a general idea of what's what. Wouldn't want to lose my bearings on a hunt this important. I asked him about merchants, but he said he hadn't seen a pair like that. The skipper did mention another merchant, though, one who's well versed in the comings and goings of his fellow traders. If anyone sighted our unlikely duo, it's him. So where is he? Let's hope it's enough to put us on the culprit's trail again. The merchant we seek should be peddling his wares by the gate out to Skull Valley, so let's start there. Alright, now, where is Skull Valley again? Oh, apparently right over here. I don't know any of the actual landmarks here, I just follow the quest markers. Is this our merchant, Loshkana? He matches the skipper's description. I think we found our merchant. Hello. Well, I was going to say Rogan a name here, but apparently his name is Knowledgeable Merchant. Quite an interesting naming choice by your parents there, sir. I know, I do not like it either. Eh? Can I help you? We're looking for some weird merchants that aren't like you. A Lulafillin and a Huron traveling together. Aye, I've spied them. Though I'd never seen them before. They certainly made an impression. They sold some poison potions and elixirs to pair fresh-faced adventurers. On the cheap, from what I could tell. If those merchants really are our culprits, and those potions are most likely tainted with toxins. Toxins, you say? That don't bode well. Adventurers who bought 'em, a marauder named Wilson, and a conjurer named Zerig, already left for their next job. Said they were escorting one of the local farmers over in the Swift Perch. Oh, okay, now we're getting into the causing problems part, not just like taking pleasure in other people's misfortune. They're good lads, the two of them. They've been making life easier for the small folk here ever since they've arrived. And I hate to see something happen to them. Someone needs to warn them about those potions right quick. Leave it to us. See, she knows. She's learning. Leave it to me. That's what I always say whenever I do that emote, or at least I make my character say. Swiftperch is southeast of here, yes? Let's find them before the potion takes hold. And off she goes. I have a supplier to meet elsewhere, so I can't stay long. But please, find those lads before it's too late. Keep your eyes peeled for a Rogan Marauder and a Huron Conjurer on the road to Swiftperch. That'll be Wuslam and Zerig. Alright, let's head on over and find our adventurers. They're just trying to do good. Why you gotta go and hurt them? Oh no, I'm starting to talk like those the people I'm trying to I'm trying to end up doing the accent myself. Oh, looks like we got some nice purple smoke to inhale. Go ahead and, oh, it looks like she had some fun here. Oh, never mind, I guess I'm just gonna Art of War all of them. What does this do? Oh, it's Seraphim, okay. I mean, if you're gonna give me 3 of them, I might as well just Art of War the whole thing. Okay, I guess I should have, oh, I just noticed these are mammoths. I should probably put on my dots on each of them. I'll put the dot on that one. And that's it. Well, you guys don't seem to be in a bit of a pickle. Stand your guard, Brilliant. We're being watched. Sure. I can't stop these blasted hiccups. They gave him hiccups. Okay. That was too bloody close for comfort. Thanks for saving our asses, Lord. I was gonna say asses, Lars. Anyway, it looks like we got here in time. Phew! Thank the gods you found us when you did. Those potion sellers must have swindled us. One draught of elixir was all it took to send Zerig into the most furious fit of hiccups I've ever seen. Poor bastard couldn't cast a single spell. Who are you calling a poor bastard? If the heart stings toxins... Oh wait, this is her. If the heart stings toxins are at work here, we should be able to cleanse them with Asuna, just like last time. I'm sorry, did I say... Oh, sod it. We'll have plenty of time to chat after Zerig stops hiccuping us up a storm. I hate to ask more of you, but could you cast Asuna on my partner? It'd be much appreciated. I mean, I guess I could. Sigh. My brain does not register that Asuna has no cast time anymore. I press it and I expect the cast bar to come up. I can speak again. You have my thanks. Bloody hells. First we waste our hard-earned coin on poison potions, and now there are killer mammoths on the loose? What's the world coming to? I don't know. Ah, there we go. I guess we are being watched. Oh, there she is. Who's there? Who goes there? Show yourself. Oh me, oh my. Our spear-wielding friend is sharp of eye. Oh no. Yeah, I don't think the Lala was there at the intro meeting. You're the frauds from Airport. Why yes, and watching your scrawny compatriots suffer. And watching your scrawny compatriots suffer from the height was the highlight of our day. I admit, the poison was meant to silence him, but hiccups, 'twas comedy at its finest. Perhaps the elixir reacted with the venom. Regardless, we've had our fill of fun from the results, so I shan't complain. Venom? Then you must be the thieving cowards from the Passage of the Unbound. Oh, my sweet fairy apple, you know us? I suppose that means we're famous. I can't believe it. Oh, who am I kidding? Yes, I can. Indeed, I am the Passage of the Unbound's alchemist extraordinaire. The wink. In the face. This isn't something you're supposed to be bragging about. The illusionist Etty. And I'm so very, very pleased to make your acquaintance. Oh no, he's gonna be the same way. Coco Noah, at your service. Illyrit's helping hand and master of mammoths. Your garb is ever so familiar, my dear. Ah, don't tell me. You hail from the little village in Tyrol, don't you? My goodness, you've come a long way. How was the voyage? Enjoying the sights? Enough. You've got a lot of explaining to do, starting with the reason you took the heart sting. Is this part of your organization's grand scheme? No, they're just having fun. Well, the apple bites back. 'Tis true that my unbound compatriots harbored lofty ambitions, yes, but I have no interest in overthrowing nations. I merely crave the mire of chaos they've promised me. I aim to bring more laughter into this dreary world of one mischief and a few handy potions at a time. Coco Noah and I have oodles of fun expanding our repertoire of toxic treats. Yet there's no greater kill to our thrills than a healer who can whisk our hard work away. Unless, of course, I master a toxin even she can't cure. Ooh, I do love a challenge. Now, I hate to leave you, my dears, but our work here is done, and we've a busy schedule ahead of us. Mammoths to mend, venomous misdeeds to master. Ta-ta for now. No, wait! Damn you! Bombs away! Ugh, that stench! Smells like a corpse just shat itself. This odor is too much for me to bear. Take me home to the Twelveswood. Muslim, there is cleaner there. Oh no! Don't you dare give out on me, Zirig! We've still got a job to do! We mustn't keep our client waiting any longer, but we're in your debt. Thank you again for everything, Miss, Loshkana, and this here is Brilliant. Take care of each other out there. Well, that was interesting. Much as I'd like to track down the Unbound, I know better to tread further into their territory without a plan. For now, I think it best we return to Limbs of the Winds. Oh yeah, what? Alright, I think return should probably be back up now so we can just teleport on back. Yes, it is. Return to Limsa. Again, don't ask why it's set as my return point. I swear it's because of the market board. Alright, I think she's probably over here somewhere. Also, let's remember to use expedients for a little bit faster running speed. Yeah. Oh, she's at the bottom. Oh no, she's at the top up here. Yep, there she is. Alright, Lushkana, let's go ahead and wrap this one up. Thank you for your support back there, Brilliant. As soon it truly does work wonders. Now if only healers would learn to use it. The party finder healers. And that... I think I got her name right at one point, but I forget how I pronounced it. Elaret? Sure, Elaret. I can't stop thinking about what she said. My blood boils knowing that this is all some sick game of hers. How dare she toy with the heartsting for her own amusement? Honestly, even the youngest children in my village have more sense. Still, we did make progress. Now that the villains have revealed themselves, it'll be easier to give chase when they choose to make their next move. In any case, I'll keep you apprised of the latest news as soon as I hear it. We'll be back to the hunt before long. Alright, let's go ahead and start up the next one. Living among the deadly. Lushkana is staring wistfully into the horizon. Oh, it's you, Brilliant. You'll have to forgive my dour mood. I don't understand it. How is it that Elaret and Kokonoa can so grandiosely reveal their names and identities, yet I remain unable to track them down? Maybe it's a skill issue? I've been following the latest hearsay, but I haven't had much luck. Not a soul's seen them since the incident with Wislam and Zirig. But that's not to say I've given up entirely. Now that they know I'm on their trail, I suspect they're using my unfamiliarity with this island to their advantage. I dare say they're laying low outside the city. That's why I propose a trip to Morbe Dry Docks. Folk here often speak of it, but I've yet to go there myself. So it seems as good a place as any. If you're game, I'll meet you there. That reminds me, I haven't done my island in like weeks. Then again, like the only reason I was continuing to do my island was that I didn't realize that the mount thing, the tokens for those were tradable. So I thought you legitimately had to do like 8 months of I thought you actually had to do 8 months of like weekly checkups on them in order to get the stuff. And I think I could just talk to this guy. Yeah, so I know, how does this work? So there is a one that goes from Aleport. Yeah, so I gotta go to Aleport first. And then I'm gonna take the or you know, I can just go out here and teleport to the Aetheryte. This is what happens when your brain is wired to be frugal. Like, I literally have 125 million gil in my gil pouch. I don't need to be this frugal. Alright, there's Lushkana. Looks like she talked to some high-strung shipwright. Where in the hells could he have gone? Ah, there you are, Brilliant. While I was waiting for you, this fellow came asking for help. Sorry to trouble you, but me little brother's gone missing and I couldn't use a hand finding him. He said he wanted to see the ships, so ships I made, so I started showing him around. But next thing I knew, he was gone. Lad's probably got himself lost. Oh, that poor dear. I know we've still got the Heartsting to consider, but I'd like to search for this man's brother, if that's alright with you. Much appreciated. I'm sure we'll find him all the faster with your help. Well, you wouldn't find him at all if I didn't look for him, especially since with how terrible you are at finding anything so far. You have my thanks. Me brother wouldn't be so say boo to a goose, but I doubt he'll leave the docks on his own. He's got a mop of red hair like mine, so you'll know him when you see him. All right. We'll keep an eye out. I know you're itching to search for him as well, but could I ask you to wait here in case he comes back? Let's split up so we can cover more ground. Good luck! Alright, let's head over to the convenient orange circle that he somehow didn't check. See if we can find the boy. Yes, red-headed youth. I think that might be him. Sniffle, sob. I'm scared. Where are you? Don't worry, this little hat on my head makes me trustworthy. Huh? You're here to take me back to my brother? That's not suspicious at all. And somehow she ends up finding it too. You found the little one, Brilliant. I'm so glad he's safe. I just wanted to see the ships my brother was working on. I thought I could see him better from higher up, but I lost my way. It sounds like you've had quite the adventure. But you were very brave today, so I'll tell you a secret. Even grown-ups get lost, like me. I always get lost. Because I don't use the map, huh? What map? I have an awful time learning my way around somewhere new, even with a map. Really? Also, what's a map? I guess I'm not the only one. People without sense of directions just completely confuse me. Because, like, I have a pretty good sense of direction. And, like, I just keep an eye on, like, what direction I'm facing. Usually I can figure out, like, oh, I need to head that direction. The only time it happens is, like, recently, like, the past 2 days, I was taking a different way home from work. And supposedly, it looked like on the map, the route was just to head straight through a place, but then the road started turning, and then I was like getting slightly disoriented, like on what direction I was actually facing. But like apparently that just happens to like everyone when they turn around or something. Not everyone. People with bad senses of direction. A smile. We'd like those. We'd like to see those. Now, your brother's very worried about you. So can you promise me you won't go wandering off on your own again? I promise. I should say sorry to my brother, too. Let's take him back, then. We? I mean, you're doing it right now. Not like I could even possibly do that at all. Also, what else is this quest gonna be? It can't just be helping finding the boy. Brother! I was worrying myself sick over the little one. How could he could have fallen into the ocean for all we know. Well, if he lives in Lenosha, hopefully he can swim? Then again, it doesn't really mean anything. There are like sailors and like there are I know one person I worked with worked in the Navy, was in the Navy for a bit. And he said that there were like legitimately people serving on the ships who couldn't swim. So like it's not that unusual to just not be able to swim even if you're on a ship. You're a lifesaver, brother, both of you. You're lifesavers, both of you. You deserve a proper reward, but I ain't got so much to offer at the moment. Oh, we're in no need of coins. Speak for yourself. Just some information if you have it. Have you seen a Huron woman and a Lulfellan man around the docks in recent days? One is an alchemist, and the other is a and the other a goldsmith. They'd likely have a few mammoths with them as well. If not, have you heard any rumors of food or drink that causes ailments when you consume them? Blindness or numbness, perhaps? Afraid I haven't seen or heard anything or anyone like that. Sorry I couldn't be of more help. That's alright. Knowing they haven't been around the docks is equally helpful. Well, that's good at least. I'll be praying to the navigator you both find who you're looking for. Any road, two of us ought to be heading home. Thanks again for everything. Good fortune and safe travels to you both. Now stick with me, stupid brat. Alright, let's talk to Lashkana and see what else we're gonna do for this quest. Still no word of the Unbound, but at least we could help those brothers. Children often let their curiosity guide them, which means they'll naturally wander off on their own adventures. Yeah, my brother was like that. I don't blame that man for worrying as much as he did. You seem to know a lot about caring for children. Yeah, I know. I was kind of wondering about that. Like, she's kind of got, like, a more mature aesthetic to her, but I don't think she's, like, a mother. Something tells me you speak from personal experience. Yes. I do, in fact. I'm the oldest sibling in my family. I can't tell you how many times I've had to search for my brothers and sisters when they were growing up. Now that I think about it, I've barely even told you about my family. Do you have to? You really don't. Or my village, or anything really. You can limit all those details. I'd be happy to share a few stories with you if you'd like. I don't like. Can we please continue with the story? No, not that story. The ocean view here is beautiful, so we may as well enjoy the scenery and relax a bit. Are we in a rush? Okay, well, I guess it's story time. My people hail from the northern valleys of Dawntrail. We're a close-knit community of hunters for the most part. Children are given spears, well, practice ones, before they even learn to walk, and we hone our tracking skills from a very young age. Then why are you bad at it? Is that surprising? It seems second nature to me, but then again, I've encountered my fair share of surprises here as well. Our village rests in a veritable area of poisonous plants and animals, so the slightest injury on a hunt can prove deadly. Thus, we believe it prudent to begin our training as early as possible. Yet, no matter how skilled we might become, accidents are inevitable, and the heartsting proves vital to our survival. Not only does it produce poison, it cleanses it as well. Well, that's a first, you didn't mention that at all. In the right hands, it can dispel some of the deadliest natural toxins known to mankind. It even purifies the beasts we hunt. In fact, our diet consists of highly venomous creatures, ones that would normally kill a grown adult if ingested. Oh, so like your whole entire tribe can't eat without this thing? That seems slightly inconvenient. The heartsting allows us to lead a quiet, peaceful life. The heartsting allows us to lead a quiet, peaceful life in lands where others dare not tread. It always has. I suppose that's why I never imagined as someone like Eloret. How did I pronounce this? Is that how I did it before? Eloret would take that away from us. When I left, our village food stores were well stocked, but I can't bear the thought of my younger brothers and sisters going hungry. I must return the heartsting as soon as I can, for their sakes. I wish to bring back their smiles and make them feel safe again, just as we did for that young boy. In any case, thank you for listening. Thinking of home puts me in a good spirits. As long as I remember what and where, who and what I'm here for, I'll be alright. I know it. But I've kept you long enough. I think it's time we made our way back to Limbs of the Minza, don't you? Yeah, I guess it is time to head back. Oh, return's back up, so let's go to return. Again, let's not ask any questions. I think this is actually the third quest, so I think this is probably where I'm going to be stopping. That went a bit faster than the other quest. Then again, that last quest, oh yeah, so she's over here. Over here. Remember to use expedients. So I might go ahead and stop here. Let me just double check. Actually, let me go ahead and double check the quests. Let's see. Living Among the Deadly. Is that it? Yes. So I guess, yeah, this will be the last one for now. And then we will pick up where we left off. I might just do it tomorrow. But we'll see. Alright, Lushkana. Let's go ahead and wrap this one up. That was a much-needed reprieve. But we'll need a plan for our next destination. And soon. Well now, fancy meeting you here. It's good to see you two again. What brings you to Limbs of the Minza? Nothing of import, really. Just a bit of restocking before our next job. But we happened to spot you along the way. Didn't want to miss the opportunity to greet our heroes. Right. Our client arrived to Swiftbirch in one piece, thanks to your timely assistance. Indeed. Well, I regret that you had to see us in such pitiable state. We're both grateful for your aid. When last we met, you spoke of pursuing those two charlatans, did you not? Yes, that's right. They've stolen a precious heirloom from my village, so I'm doing everything in my power to return it to its rightful place. So that's the way of it. Bombastic as those two were, we've not seen hide nor hair of them in Aleport since. No word of any incidents like ours, either. But I've a feeling they won't stay in the shadows for long. If we sniff out any suspicious incidents, whoops. Well, we're out, we'll let you know, okay. I won't say no to some extra pairs of eyes around the island. I've made my base of operations here in the city, so if you hear even a peep about a poisoning, you know where to find us. Us? I'm not waiting around here. Well, we may not have found any leads to Illyret, but I'm glad we had a chance to chat. And with Wislam and Zerig on our side, things are looking up. For now, I'll keep in touch with our newfound allies. Should I hear any news of our culprit, I'll be sure to let you know. Sounds good to me. Okay, I was doing that. Okay, it's only been an hour, but I only really wanted to get through the first half of these. So I'm gonna go ahead and call it there. Yeah, I will go ahead and call it there. I probably could get through this whole thing today, but part of the reason, last week, the reason I didn't stream was because my hand was hurting, and I was afraid I would, hurt it a bit too much, and, go too hard with it. So, I'm still being wary. My hand is my hand and arm are feeling the best that they felt in literally, 2 years. So, I'm still trying to, utilize this, couple weeks off from doing, much YouTube and streaming and stuff. and like that's been paying off. I have done editing. I've edited down the tank role quests, and those videos are pretty much done. And then I got through the first 2 of the melee DPS role quests this morning, and hopefully I can get those out. We can get those edited and ready to go soon. And then I'll have a good, like, I'm going to be doing what I did with the Endwalker ones, where I split them up into each of the quests into individual parts. Because, they're long enough, they end up being like 18 to 24 minutes each if I do it like that, which is a sufficient length for a video. So I think that'll end up working out. Because, like, I didn't split up the Wachumakimeki deliveries, because each one of the quests was like 10 minutes max, except for like the ones where we had to go and talk, like go out to a different place and do that and do stuff. So it didn't really make sense to split them up into separate videos. But for these it does make sense because they're long enough to be standalone. Anyway, that's gonna be all for today. I probably could go ahead and finish them up today, but I really don't want to right now. And I want to like rest my hand if possible. So I'll think about working on it tomorrow, depending on how my hand feels. But we'll see. I'll post something about it if I end up deciding to. But that's gonna be all for today. And until next time, goodbye.